Geographically, the northwest frontier along the Indus River is built like a massive natural fortification. It is split into two distinct belts, a flat, plains-level moat and an impenetrable mountainous rampart. You can cross the fertile valleys easily enough, but eventually you hit a sheer wall of rock. This extreme terrain engineered a society of highlanders so independent no empire could truly control them. Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan's hordes, and the British, but they routinely failed to subjugate the hill tribes or impose taxation on them. These tribesmen manning a mud brick wall represent a culture built for self-defense. In the absence of a centralized state, they rely on Pakhtunwali, an unwritten, absolute code of honor, strict hospitality, and blood feuds to govern their society. This isolation protected their physical independence and created a cultural vacuum deep enough for a massive origin myth to take root. The tribes trace their lineage back to the Hebrew king Saul through an ancestor named Qais. According to this narrative, they are the Bani Israel, the children of Israel, whose ancestors were personally blessed by the prophet Muhammad. In the 17th century, Mughal court chroniclers, men far removed from the rugged frontier, crafted this narrative to provide the rebellious mountain tribes with a noble, monotheistic pedigree. Their work smells of the Delhi lamp, designed to impress the court rather than record history. This myth allowed the devoutly Islamic tribes to align their past with their faith. By claiming Hebrew ancestry, they could effectively erase the historical reality that their ancestors were once part of major Buddhist and Hindu empires. To find the truth, the tribal family trees, the Shadras, must be read as maps of a 2,500-year-old history. When we look past the mythology, three distinct branches reveal the true origins of the people. The first branch of the tree, the Sarbanris, settled in the fertile plains, the moat of the fortress. Because they lived in the accessible corridors of Asia, they interacted continuously with the surrounding empires. In urban centers like this one, they absorbed Iranian culture and proudly adopted the Persian term Afghan. They viewed themselves as the aristocracies of the race, keeping the cultural lantern of the people alight. The second branch of the tree is defined by a scandalous myth. The genealogies claim an Afghan maiden had an out-of-wedlock child with a wandering foreign prince, naming the boy Galji, the son of a thief. This story mirrors a 5th century reality. Fierce white Hun nomads, the Ephthalites, swept out of Central Asia, conquered the highlands, and married the local Afghan women. The descendants of that foreign union formed the massive Galji Confederacy. They carry a distinct Turkic and Hunnish bloodline, and many still maintain a nomadic lifestyle, carrying their homes on the backs of camels. While the plains-dwelling Afghans and the nomadic Galjis represent layers of foreign assimilation, the deepest mystery of the people remains hidden in the high mountain ramparts. The third branch of the tree, the Karlanris, contains a striking anomaly. Their ancestor was an adopted foundling. These highlanders were the aboriginal inhabitants of the inaccessible mountains. Because of their terrain, the massive imperial armies that swept through the valleys simply bypassed them. Deep in these rugged valleys, they preserved ancient tribal names recorded by the Greek historian Herodotus over 2,400 years ago. These highlanders are the true aboriginal Pakhtuns. The Pakhtu language itself serves as a living record of these clashing empires. Saka horsemen brought an East Iranian-based vocabulary to the region, but it was forced into ancient Indian grammatical structures absorbed from the Mauryan empires. This fusion created a unique medial tongue, combining Iranian words with Indian syntax. These overlapping layers of language and history prove the Pathans are a medial society, forged at the crossroads of Asia. The Pathan identity is a complex synthesis of Iranian aristocrats, white Hun nomads, and Aboriginal highlanders, forged by extreme geography. This 2,500-year history exists today, side by side, in a living congeries of peoples. Within a 20-mile radius of Peshawar, the entire spectrum of human social evolution is visible at once. A short drive separates rugged glens governed by ancient blood feuds from university lawns where modern constitutional lawyers, doctors, and engineers gather. These modern professionals do not abandon their heritage. They balance Western intellectual thought with ancient tribal pride, making the Northwest frontier an enduring, living museum of human progress.